Good morning to all who are watching this virtual assembly in celebration of Selwyn House School, its founder, and all those who have been and are a part of the community of Selwyn House. Each student in the school is a member of one of the four houses. Each house is named after one of the first four headmasters. Mr. Algernon Lucas, 1908 to 1912, Mr. Colin Macaulay, 1912 to 1929, Mr. Geoffrey Wanstall, 1929 to 1945, and Mr. Robert Spears, 1945 to 1971. Selwyn House School was first known as the Lucas School under Mr. Algernon Lucas, the founder. It became Selwyn House School when Mr. Colin Macaulay took over the reins of the school. This was in honor of his and Mr. Lucas's education at Selwyn College at Cambridge University in England. The first four headmasters were succeeded by Mr. Alexis Trubetskoy, 1971 to 1981, Mr. Robert Mannion, 1981 to 1984, Mr. William Mitchell, 1985 to 2008, Mr. Hal Hannaford, 2009 to 2020, and your current headmaster, Mr. Michael Downey. Undoubtedly, all these men had a hand in the course of the school's successful growth and development, and while we honor them today, I would like to take a broader view of who we recognize on this day. In 2008, the school celebrated its 100th birthday, and a book was written to document the history and capture snapshots of life at the school during those 100 years. The dedication in the front of the book says, "This book is dedicated to the generations of students, parents, faculty, staff, and friends of Selwyn House who have all contributed to the school's 100-year legacy of excellence." I believe that Founders Day should honor the history of the school and everyone who has been a part of the school in any way, large or small, and that includes, of course, all of you. If you have never seen this centennial book, it is in the library and it is also posted on the school's website. It is well worth a look for you to see how the school has grown and changed from the original 7 young boys who were the very first students of the Lucas School. If we have learned anything from the current pandemic, I hope that we have learned how much we all need the support of the many communities to which each of us belongs, and that certainly includes the community of Selwyn House. In any community, support needs to be a two-way street, to give and to receive. As individuals, you are part of many communities. First and foremost, your family, but other examples might include where you live, where you play, a religious community, an artistic community, a community of friends, an ethnic community, and certainly the community of the school, which we all have in common. So what does that really mean for all of you? Most of you are well aware of Mr. Hannaford's legacy to the school, which is the first 3 truths of Veritas: to be true to yourself, to be true to others, and to be true to the school. But how many of you are aware that a 4th truth was recently added? The 4th truth is to be true to your world, reminding us that we are part of more than local communities. When I was a child, I would sometimes think about how I, as an individual, intersected with the rest of the world. And one of my ways of thinking about this was to write my address on one line and expand it geographically on each successive line. For Selwyn House, it would look like this: 95 Côte Saint-Antoine, Westmount, Quebec, Canada, North America, Northern Hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, Earth, the Milky Way, the universe, and beyond. You might wish to take stock of the communities that you are a part of in your world, what those communities mean to you, and more importantly, what do you mean to them? John F. Kennedy famously said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." In closing, in addition to the many communities that you may belong to outside of school, each of you is a member of the Selwyn House community. You are a member of a class, a grade, a house, perhaps a member of a team, a club, or an activity. So you are a part of several communities within the greater Selwyn House community. In order for these communities to be healthy and strong, they require that all their members work toward achieving and maintaining this goal. The strength and support in the Selwyn House community is reliant upon all of its members striving to be true to themselves, true to others, true to the school, and true to the world. We are all in this together, from the front steps of Selwyn House to the limits of the universe and beyond.